still finding themselves in this mirror world of Egadon, ruled over by gods that are uncannily familiar. The party has just routed the version of Mick named Dajik, though in doing so, Vamahk, in an attempt to revert his form back to that of a Goliath, was able to harness great power, but in the end, changed himself. Now, as the party stares up at this rubble that has collapsed from the ceiling of this underground amphitheater, moments after Vamahk had impaled Rolandir.
Okay, Val's gonna attempt to hit Vamahk with a feeble mind. I do not have a spell slot for it, so I will be using intent.
Vamahk is not going to just willingly let his mind be turned to mush.
Obviously.
So he'll try to resist that. I don't know if you want me to roll intent.
Yeah, there's a mechanic for it.
Okay.
We'll just enact the spell. An intelligence saving throw.
Okay. Well,
Unless you're going to do counterspell.
do I have counters?
Haven't we established that you can't counterspell intent? Or yes, you can counter intent.
You can intent.
Intent to counter. Ooh, a nat 20 on my
That's not looking great, Noah.
thing.
Nice.
37.
Because I believe he has one spell slot left. So can I use counterspell on this, or is it I have to counter intent?
You have to counter intent.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I rolled a 5.
Then Vamahk, trying to absorb essence out of Rolandir is going to try to counter this intent.
All right, so Laurel, what were your rolls? You got a...
I have a 37 on my D20 and a 5 on my D100.
Okay.
Yeah, tragic.
So I got a 26 on the D20 and a 28 on the D100.
Ooh, Vamahk is closer. So with that, your spell, Laurel, Val's attempt to feeble mind Vamahk is gonna be ineffective.
Wait a second, Noah. You rolled a d12.
Maybe you didn't do. Oh.
Does a 21 make a big difference?
You're still closer.
Yeah, you
Okay.
still beat me. Why do you need to beat me with a D20?
That was uncalled for.
No. I instead of a D10, I rolled a D12.
I beat you, and I was only using a D12.
So rude. The audacity.
Just real quick, because this never got explicitly handled at the end of the last one. Rolandir had 15 HP prior to being impaled. What is his state after
I think you
this?
could call that a...
Mostly dead.
You slip unconscious.
All
yes.
right. He locks eyes with Vamahk as long as he can until he can no longer maintain that.
The thing to remember that is mostly dead is slightly alive.
Is Vamahk gonna do anything to Val having stopped this, or I feel like I just put a target on my back?
If Vamahk moves beyond getting Reese off of his hand, I guess it's not really my turn. Dominique's gonna prep an action. Go ahead, Vamahk.
So Vamahk is going to kind of move his hand down, and Rolandir slides onto the ground. And then slowly Vamahk's going to turn back around towards the group. And he locks eyes with Val, and he says, "You think to challenge me? Very well. I welcome it." And he's going to try to use intent to, clear away just kind of the rubble and the stone and make just a little bit of arena that only encompasses him and Val.
Is this accompanied by any sort of physical action, or is he just looking like he's taking a dump, Ruski?
So
Yes. He's doing some kind of earthbender type stuff, right? He's gonna,
Yeah.
yeah,
And then the rock floats.
yeah.
as all this is going on, right after Vamahk had stabbed Rolandir, Brynir immediately started running at Vamahk.
Then Vamahk, as he turns around and sees Brynir charging at him, he's going to use Eldritch Blast to try to knock him away. Okay, so I'm guessing the two 13s that I rolled don't hit, but the natural 20 does.
I think he cheated.
That's how I feel every time you announce your score, Seth.
He missed you twice.
So as you are running towards Vamahk, you dodge one Eldritch Beam and then another one, but then the third one just hits you square in the chest.
How much does that push me back?
It's 10 feet.
Ryan, how close will you say that I was to Vamahk?
How much movement do you have?
40.
Dang, that boy can run.
You would have made it to 5 feet in front of him, climbing the hill from the stage, so you're now 15 feet away from him.
So it knocks you back, and it does 14 force damage.
Brynir getting hit. He's still going to attempt to run back, but he did this bracing movement, and he yells towards Vamahk. Vamahk, stop!
You would have me stop now, at the height of my power. I do not think so. And what would you know of me? You only know a weak, pathetic coward. Vamahk. Vamahk the Mazkin. Vamahk, Tentavir's lapdog. No, I am stronger than he ever was. I will show it to you.
And you see him gearing up for another attack on you.
Yeah, Dominique shoots Vamahk in the face.
Okay?
Or tries to, I mean, if he does.
Yeah, go for it.
What a great team we make.
Yeah, apparently self-destructive.
What'd you get, Ammon?
Maybe too good, so I got a natural 20.
Awesome.
Hey, this is the Nat 20 game.
It's deserved, frankly.
It is. It's
And Dominique pulls the trigger, and a small ball of steel engraved with some runes flies across the room, smacking right into the middle of Vamahk's chest, where it then explodes into a ball of fire. Everyone takes 63 damage.
Jeez.
Wow.
Full blow.
Can Val Dimension Door over to Rolandir, pick him up, and Dimension Door back to the stage?
Yes, absolutely.
Fab. There's like scenery, right?
Well, it's kind of falling apart now after this earthquake
Is
racked
there
the
enough
room.
that I could hide behind it? Like if I picked him up and put him and he was laying down behind something, he would be mostly obscured?
He'll be obscured, but
Okay.
in magic fireball land that you are, it's not going to offer like any decent protection.
Okay, I'm mostly looking for him to just sort of go unnoticed by Vamahk, so we'll see what happens, but I'll take what cover I can get. Are you fools continuing your fight, or should I heal Rolandir?
Dominique was hoping this killed Vamahk. He doesn't see Vamahk, he sees a strange monster man who just shoved his hand through Rolandir, and while him and Rolandir have their quarrels, strange monster man is bigger on the hit list. He's not very, not doing so hot.
What does Vamahk do?
Vamahk is going to take a moment, because this thing definitely blasted him off his feet. You can see the flames and like charred bits of flesh floating up like ashes, You can see, like his face, he's starting to look like Two-Face, He's starting to look kind of freaky. While he's laying there, he doesn't say anything. You can see his body is like burning, and you can see kind of his chest heaving. And he's going to channel a bit of intent and summon some rain clouds to start raining down and kind of extinguish the fire and soothe him. And then the water starts dropping down in a little shower, right? And, you can see kind of the steam rise off of Vamahk for a bit. And then you see just like as his body temperature kind of comes back down. And then you see him sit up, and he reaches down and he feels the wound in his chest where he was shot. And he takes his hand away and he sees blood on it. And he looks shocked, like surprised that somebody would have the audacity to shoot him. And then you see like this look in his eyes as he turns directly towards Dominique. He's just going to lift a hand and not say a word, and he's going to cast Eldritch Blast at you. Necrotic energy is just oozing and bubbling just from his nasty-looking balls of pus that have formed on him.
That sounds gross.
And he's going to kind of channel that into his Eldritch Blast. So good news is, unless you have an AC that is lower than 14, I missed 2 of them.
So that's a plus. That's a plus, because mine is in fact 16, so we're good there.
I did roll 19 for the third, though. And you're going to take 7 necrotic damage
Okay.
as this beam hits you, knocks you back 10 feet, and you need to make a wisdom saving throw or become frightened.
Well, he just got a 4 on that roll.
He's pretty spooked.
Yeah.
Upon receiving this hit, flying backwards, it's almost like Dominique looks again for the first time at Vamahk, and he realizes that Vamahk is this weird form of dread, half monster, half Mazkin, or maybe half Goliath, half monster, whatever. And he lets out a large shout, and he almost cowers behind his staff, holding it as if it were a spear towards Vamahk.
I think Brynir might be in rage already, but if not, Brynir is going to go into rage using his bonus action, and then he's going to attack at Vamahk using his spear. Oh, I'll take that. Guys, tonight is the night of nat 20s.
Oh my gosh.
Woo!
Brynir, after being hit by the Eldritch Blast, and then immediately after a fireball comes and singes him, he wants to try to take out Vamahk non-lethally and goes and stabs him right in the chest, dealing 54 damage.
Oof. Is that a wound, Noah?
That, I believe, is a major wound.
All right, as this non-lethal jab enters your abdomen, these veins of cold shoot across your chest, and you will only be able to move half your speed.
Val is going to attempt to heal Rolandir via intent, focused primarily on the gaping wound in his chest.
Thank you.
You're welcome!
All right, go for it.
36 on my D20,
Okay.
and a 90 on my D100.
Oh, well, that is a major success.
Ooh.
Woohoo!
'Cause I got 97.
Ah, yes!
So what does that mean as far as...
Yeah, tell us.
What was your D20 roll, Laurel?
36.
Rolandir gains 54 HP.
Nice!
Yes! Rolandir gasps back awake and feels at the wound, which is slightly more closed.
The
than it
instant
was.
he wakes up, Val looks him in the eyes and says, "You are an idiot."
And he just looks up at Vamahk, who's like causing all this chaos, and he's like, okay, sure, I'm not gonna argue right now.
Kalnias is going to intent everyone to the stage with the power of wind.
Including Vamahk?
Everyone that's not on the stage.
Wow. Risky move.
Which I think is just Vamahk and Brynir, actually. Because Dominic is where?
On the stage.
He was on the stage when he shot, and then he got pushed back.
Oh.
Presumably still on the stage.
Still on the stage. So Kalnias is going to pull Brynir and Vamahk onto the stage, if she can. Great! Kalnias barely succeeded. Vamahk and Brynir are not swept off your feet, so to speak, but you are just pushed down. You're not losing your balance, you're not getting knocked prone, you are no further away from each other, but you are now on the stage rather than this pile of rubble. And Kalnias then just shouts. She's like, "Stop it! All of this? Stop!" And she's just like seething. Rolandir picking himself up.
Oh, he's
crawling out
staying
from
down.
Behind. Oh, okay, never mind then.
A wise decision.
Does Val then come out from behind this, I don't know, cardboard cutout of a barn or whatever?
The barn set. I'll probably stay by Rolandir, but I will, stand to make my presence known. I will be part of whatever conversation or fight is about to continue. But I'm not gonna, move closer.
Dominique is terrified out of his mind.
I guess, yeah, Vamahk, who you are frightened of, did just come closer to you.
However, you also see Vamahk is laying down on the ground. He's not really moving much. There's a spear sticking out of him. Non-lethally, I'll add. It's non-lethal, but it did, puncture his lung in a non-lethal way.
He went straight for your chest.
But
It doesn't-
where do you
Usually
think the
that
lungs
kills-
are?
Usually that kills people too.
So, Dominique, is he obviously alive? Vamahk, I mean? Or is he pretty much just bleh?
Vamahk, after being pulled to the stage, collapses onto the ground. And you don't really see him moving at all. His chest, is going up and down. Just a little bit, right? So little indications that there is still life there. But blood, thick, cold blood, right, is slowly oozing from this spear wound in his chest. And he's just kind of looking up at the ceiling, not really responding to anything, not really making a move.
Believing Vamahk to be dead, because he's 18 and he hasn't killed a lot of people. Dominique runs up to Brynir and he says, "Thank goodness, how could you... Are you sure it..."
He's not dead.
And Dominique gives a little whoop, and he backs away quickly, and kind of staggeringly, he pulls out the small side sword he carries, very shakily, and he shoves it into the barrel of the gun, like a plug bayonet, and he sits there, and you see him stamp on it a couple of times. He's really trying to make sure he gets in there, and then he holds it out really far, in the worst spearman stance, absolutely terrified at this unmoving, very slightly breathing body.
Dominique,
Eyes wide.
don't worry. We are not killing him.
Are you kidding me? What is that thing? What did you do with Vamahk? It speaks in his voice, but have you ever seen something like that?
Obviously, his mind has been corrupted. We know this isn't Vamahk. We can help him.
Wait, but if he is corrupted and if it is not Vamahk, should we not kill him?
You start to hear a chuckling from behind the barn cutout. and,
Barn
Red
cutout is so
barn
good.
house.
and Rolandir now sits himself up and kind of props, still testing out how fully healed he really is. But he just looks at Brynir and says, "This is Vamahk." Whatever Tentivir did to change him, I'd hoped would be deep enough to root that out of him. But everything he's done and what you're seeing here, this is who he is.
Rolandir, if I recall, you're not the most stable person either.
Then I should be the expert here. I know that being Godborn is not simply take everyone's worst inhibitions out of them. And now standing and kind of climbing over the little edge, he's going to join the group. I won't offer any definitive path forward of what we should do here, but I will just offer this. If he's capable of descending this far into his own madness, I don't know what we can do to help him.
So you'd rather not try?
Well, Vale can have him for all I care.
I think our goal for now remains the same. We need to get out of this plane. Whether we bring him with us or not, I actually would suggest we do. I don't want to just leave him here in case and he kind of just looks down at him, still in a fit, or descends back into one. But we must be careful. If we can restrain him, detain him in some way, that will most likely be necessary for the remainder of our time here. I am open to suggestions, however.
I don't think we will be able to make much headway. With him in this state, I can try to feeble-mind him again, perhaps. I don't know if anyone wants to try to put him back physically the way he was, but you could try that as well.
Oh, gods no. I fear it would just make it worse.
Do they have one of those intent restrainers here? We could put him to sleep.
I suspect they probably do, but finding one is not going to be easy.
As you all are talking, those that are a bit more intent savvy among you feel like just a little pulse of intent come from Vamahk. But there's no, noticeable, nobody's starting to spasm on the floor or anything like that. It's just a small little thrum.
Even this thrum is enough to scare Dominique as he runs backwards probably 10 or 15-ish feet, still maximum outstretched on the gun spear thing he's holding. Absolutely terrified.
In his weakened state, Rolandir probably wasn't able to differentiate that between the other throbbings in him, so regardless, he shuffles in his side bag a little bit, digging out remnants of whatever rope he still had with him from his adventurer's sack that isn't frayed or burned. And he just pulls it out and says, well, in the meantime, I'm going to do whatever I can to, I don't know, make myself feel better at least that he's somewhat restrained. And he goes to kind of roll Vamahk onto his side to restrain his hands behind him.
You think this rope is going to stop him?
Yes, that's awfully optimistic.
Does Vamahk offer any sort of resistance as Rolandir kneels beside him and attempts to roll him?
As Rolandir, I guess, Vamahk can see the rope, in his hand, and he's got a pretty good idea of what's going on. You hear him just kind of weakly say,
I agree with the others. Would you like me to tie the knot for you?
And he just kind of holds his hands together. And it's hard to tell that, with his burnt, scarred face, the way it is. But man, this guy's mocking you.
Rolandir's going to tie his hands.
He offers no resistance, but I hope you didn't want that rope back in the same condition you got it.
And as Rolandir's tying it, he is going to attempt to intent essentially the same binding power on the rope as the little intent guns had on them of restraining further use of Vamahk's intent. It's a pretty big ask. All right.
Go for it. You can try.
Drawing on all, his remembered feelings of what it was like to have that done to him. All right. I got a 28 on my D20.
Okay.
And a 79 on my D100.
Well, you're in luck. You're 6 away.
Oh,
Nice.
So that's a major success.
Nice.
So yeah, actually, you imbue these ropes with this sort of dampening power that seems to kind of just null the essence around Vamahk, or rather just his connection to it. He can still draw upon his own life force, but he won't be able to tap into the essence of this world.
Nice.
And as that happens, right, the rain clouds that had formed just kind of dissipate and it stops raining, right? Because he can no longer maintain that intent.
Can Val cast Seeming on Vamahk to make him look like his Mazkin form?
Nothing stopping you.
Okay, I would like to do that. You can resist that if you don't want that to happen, Vamahk.
Suffice it to say, Vamahk is his version of calm down.
At least now we won't have to look at him.
Sad.
He is a pit fiend monster, nasty, disgusting thing.
Yes.
He doesn't look
He
attractive.
kind of is. I don't know why. I
I fixed it.
thought in my mind that you were going to be like, get a mirror and be like, this is what you once were, or something like that. So,
No, unfortunately, no. Val has very little charity for Vamahk at this point in time.
I know. It's just, a Val thing, so.
So seeing, that these rain clouds disappear and his form revert back to it was when he was Mazik, Rolandir attempts to aid Vamahk to his feet, if he will oblige. And by aid, he's kind of like shoving him roughly up to his feet.
Vamahk's not really going to try to get to his feet. Instead, he's just going to clutch at the spear wound in his chest.
He's still got the freaking spear there.
I see where the problem might be.
And so, like,
You restrain him and it's
as
like in the
you,
middle.
so like, as you kind of lift him up, right, he just like collapses back down. He does the limp body thing. So unless you're like holding him up entirely, he's back on the ground and he's like,
Rolandir does stagger a little bit under the unexpected additional weight, but he pridefully is going to try to lift you and keep you upright.
As Rolandir is attempting to bring Vamahk to his feet, anyone paying attention... Actually, who has the highest passive perception?
Probably Val.
Mine's a 17.
Val, kind of just looking around, looking up, notices these spider webbing designs appearing on the ceiling and the walls. That as they become thicker and coalesce, it's clear that it's frost. And, little tiny icicles start to form. And it's kind of sweeping the amphitheater as well. Until it actually reaches the lip of the stage, and these fingers of frost begin to crawl out toward you all, pushing everyone, if you're trying to avoid it, but I think Val's the only one that strictly notices. And it stops at the lip of the stage. It's not coming any closer, but the rubble, now probably everyone else does notice, as the rubble begins to shift a little bit as this spike of ice begins to form in this sort of formation in this blossom. And Kelnies just looks between Val and Rolandir and Dominique, and then she's like, that's not one of you, right?
No.
She grips her short swords a little tighter. Everyone notices now.
Rolandir pushes Vamahk back to the ground and readies himself for whatever it is.
if anybody, perhaps perceptive Val, see a little smile come across Vamahk's face.
Ugh, gosh.
And this blossom of ice, you see moving within it as if it were, liquid encapsulated within here, is some kind of figure, heavily distorted because of these refractions. But then it bursts outward in this shattering motion, making a little pathway down from the pile of rubble onto the stage. And now standing before you all, walking down from this pile and stopping at the stage proper, is an armored being with kind of tight-fitting, very slick silver plate that is just covered in etchings that are very similar to what you might find on the skin of a Mazkin. This sallet helm that they wear obscures most of their face, but then a covering underneath it is hiding, their true identity as well. A large, kind of whitish, bluish plume extends out of the back of this helmet, and in both hands they wield these rather imposing-looking curved blades. And this figure doesn't say anything for a moment, kind of just locking its gaze on each of you in turn, and then it lands on Vamahk, and it cocks its head and it goes, "Oh, this must be the pitiful one that called for help."
Oh, the ping! Dang it, Vamahk!
Akko Taco, the pitiful one.
And Kelnies just has a little shiver, and she goes, "What in all of Vale's hells?" This figure does take off its helmet, letting out a plume of its own white hair, but it doesn't take off this face covering, so you can just see her eyes, but it's very clearly a mirror of Kelnies. And she says, Vanias said that well, what are you exactly? You're not him, not nearly. And the rest of you are all too similar. She just looks at Val, Valentis, and then she looks at Rolandir, Adaver, and then at Brynjar, Baron, and then finally down at Vamahk and Vanias. You, however, she points to Dominique, you don't have a spot. Though I do sense someone's missing. Why are you here? Why have you invaded this palace? Why have you invaded this world?
Invaded is a strong word. More brought here against our will is more accurate.
And trying to tell us what to do will pretty much get you killed.
You have felled Adaver and Baron, and sent Dodgic into quite the tizzy, which I take personal offense to. They're a fragile one, you see, and I don't appreciate you toying with them as such.
Yes, well, and just kind of motioning to the rubble and play stage around him, we didn't enjoy being put out of sorts as much either. Listen, we really don't want to be here. We would love to be sent on our way. We simply lack the way to do that. If you can help us there, we will be out and gone. You can keep this one, he says, kind of kicking Vamahk on the floor. But I don't know, if you must send him back as well, then do so. But we truly desire no ill will. It was, well...
It was complete chance, then, that you killed the Crimson Blade and the Black Sword Servant and laid waste to this little play stage of Dajik? Complete unfortunate luck? Happenstance? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
That's what I'm telling you.
Are you an imbecile?
Yes, he is. Do you want to tell her the truth, Rolandir, or shall I?
Go for it.
All right. We were sent here, stepped through a portal to here. One which Lunavra opened. I don't know what name she goes by here. But we were in the Twilight Eternal. Now we are here, not of our own choosing. We intended to go back to Egadon. I don't know if that word means anything to you.
You're on Egadon.
Yes, it's all very confusing, isn't it?
A series of events in which people tried to tell us what to do then occurred. And, we're a very prideful group of people.
She kind of just looks at the floor. Her eyes shifting a bit, and then finally landing on Vamahk. And at one point, then, did you turn on each other?
When he collapsed the building on us and skewered me through my gut.
Collapsing the building was more than I had hoped for, but skewering you, that was not random chance.
Rolandir wants to kick him in the face.
You kick him.
He'll take it.
It would seem you are alive and well, Reese. So, as they say, no harm, no foul.
Good point.
I don't know that it is a good point.
Kelnias is still looking around confused and a little shocked, and she just finally works up from her mutterings and says, I don't think we were ever supposed to be here. I sure wasn't. I was dead.
Yes, but now you're not.
So no harm, no foul, apparently.
And I'll be quite frank, I've lost track of exactly what we're doing. When I was still around, we were murdering aspects and going after the gods. Well, now it seems we are the gods, so...
Well, we are not.
They are, he says, pointing at the doppelganger of Kelnias.
The doppelganger of Kelnias nods and says, you would be right.
Yeah, see? It's rather simple, Kelnias. We are not supposed to be here, you are right. Whether you specifically, that's another matter for you to come to your own terms with, but by and large, this, yes, is an unfortunate happenstance of chance. We are not supposed to be here. We came here by mistake. What happened afterwards, I admit we had some fault in.
Some fault.
I do admit that, yes. But the fact remains, we still should not be here. Now, if you can help us return to where we should go, that would be a productive path forward. If not, then unfortunately I fear that this is going to continue on in the way that it has gone with the others. We would like it to stop, but you all seem to have some vendetta against us.
I wonder why that could be.
You speak as if you were some unstoppable force. that could not choose or change direction of its own volition. You speak as if you were nothing but a blubbering, gibbering, idiot god that moved without any wanton reason. And yet, I find that hard to believe, that through all these things, you found it so difficult to simply surrender yourselves for a moment to perhaps a higher power that knew better, that you had to go and murder two of them.
We're not very fond of gods.
Try being one, sweetheart.
Do you enjoy it?
She just sneers at you, and she says, I can't explain why, but I feel compelled to aid you. Not in this course of rampant destruction for which you will atone, but I do not believe that it would be incredibly wise to bring you before the Queen Goddess nor the God Prince at this point in time. You've done away with the Crimson Blade and the Black Sword Servant, so they will be of no help. The Underking is aware of your presence, though he is indisposed, which is why I'm here. Our good muse of virtue has seen themselves out. Perhaps the Star Seeker can help you, if do nothing else but read a little fate into this mess. Will you come with me peacefully to seek counsel of one who knows more than yourselves?
I will go.
Rolander, who had been kind of leaning on his sword as a crutch, straightens himself up a little straighter, sheathes it, extends his arms out. Please, I welcome it, and let it hopefully be the first true time that one has had not more wisdom than us, but true wisdom. That is something that I've lacked for quite some time.
It has never been my intent to kill anybody, and so I am fine with going.
Kelnius just says, whatever gets me out of this damned quagmire quicker, yes.
Well, it was my intent to kill people. I will go.
At least he's straightforward and honest.
But I require assistance. I cannot dress my own wounds because of these bonds which my companions have placed upon me. If one of you would be so kind as to assist me.
And he, sticks out his chest and he puts his head back in, this really, stupidly dramatic pose.
A Renaissance painting.
and you see, again, a bit more blood draining out.
Rolander just walks away from him. He's gonna let someone else take care of that.
Does the Kelnier doppelganger make a move?
She does not, no.
Okay. Val will attempt to heal Vamahk via intent, but he will not be removing these ropes.
Okay, roll for it.
Rolling. 33 on my d20. 64 on my d100.
You heal Vamahk for 33 hit points.
Sweet.
So the wound closes up and Vamahk looks down and he says,
That is good enough.
and he'll then just kind of, almost as if that entire encounter didn't happen, he just gets up and he's gonna wait for somebody to take the lead and lead him out.
Val bites back a comment, like he doesn't want to poke the bear again at this point, but he's not happy.
But there's some words.
Oh yeah.
This Kelnier's doppelganger, though, is looking around, and she says, there is something off about you all, though. One of you should not be here, and you are missing, too.
I'm not entirely sure what you mean. We are missing Mick. Rolandia sent him back already.
Your Dajik,
There should be another here, one that you brought with you.
Catagast.
Oh, shoot.
Everyone had forgotten he existed.
Well, I was kind of glad
Yeah.
to be rid of him,
Good
TBH.
riddance.
Did he actually come to this plane? I can't remember. Did he leave?
He did, yeah.
Okay.
He left when we were at that town where we picked up Dominique.
Yeah, but then he was like, I'm not traveling with you guys, I'm out.
That's right. He was like,
Yeah, he left after he blew up that one guy.
He said, y'all suck, bye.
that's right. That's right.
She takes a stride closer to Dominique, and she says, and you there, embered boy. You have found yourself in league with some, how to frame this, important individuals. Do you wish to continue on this course?
Will that take me home?
Possibly.
Then I must go. Though I feel no great love for some of the people here.
I wonder who he could be talking about.
Well, it's you and Rolandia if you're really interested.
Yes, that was sarcasm.
Man, sassy Vamahk.
This is sassy Vamahk. I like it.
Yeah.
Val shakes his head. He is fully done with these idiots.
Very well. Then you shall stay a moment longer. And she sheaths her swords in front of you.
Was she gonna kill him?
Flying. It was that or you were going to die.
Yeah, that may have been it.
My gosh.
And she now stands between, kind of in the middle of you all. If Vamahk hasn't moved, then just above him. She says, "Then the winds shall take us to the Star Seeker, and I will do what I can to bring those who are lost back to this fold. For we would not want their absence to hinder what wisdom we seek." And with a small flurry of her hand, this blizzard just picks up as all this accumulated frost forms this whirling tornado of just violent, cutting storm energy. And then in the next moment, it swallows you all, leaving nothing behind on this cold, empty stage.